bodies and survival. In a similar way, Michael Vissergrad, another theologian, emerges out of this time period, taking stands on political issues for the war in Vietnam, and it's good for the Jews. Also held that Jews were essentially about bodies, and the bodies, the corporate, carnal structure of Jews was in itself holy, that the doings and strivings and the well-beings of Jews was crucial. And ensuring their survival was an act of holiness. Vissergrad was not as politically conservative or right-wing as Fackenheim, but you here have two different tendencies. On one hand, you have Schwarzschild saying that the bodies of Jews, in some way, it doesn't matter. It's the virtues of Jews, it's the attitude of Jews, the stance of Jews. And on the other hand, you have Fackenheim and Vissergrad saying that what matters is the bodily survival of Jews, playing the numbers game, playing the issues of survival, and seeing the Black Power movement as a threat to Jewish survival, seeing the Palestinian liberation movement as a threat to the very bodies of Jews. These have analogs and implications. I want to sketch out a few and maybe save some time for questions. Since only one of my undergraduate students are here, I'm kind of cagey about revealing my own personal politics about this. So you can ask me and try to get out of me later. But one of the implications of this is that you have these radical alternatives to Heschel's position, which, relatively speaking, seems quite moderate. On one hand, that Jews have to sort of be subordinate to any sort of criticism by groups perceived to be oppressed. On the other hand, Jews have to be aggressive and militant. And you see this coming out of the politics. You have an Abby Hoffman, for example, who I think would agree with Schwarzschild and said in an interview that the meaning of being Jewish was being the kid in the corner who says that the emperor has no clothes on. It meant being the prophet. It meant being the voice of social justice. It did not mean being to a synagogue or living in a state of Israel. Actually, Abby Hoffman was prevented from going to the state of Israel. Everybody remember that? And Hoffman was actually prevented as a Jew from traveling there. And on the other hand, you have Meir Kahane. Kahane, a Brooklyn-born Jew who moves to Israel. Before he moves to Israel, however, he starts a group called the Jewish Defense League, who purposely targeted the Black Power movement for its perceived racism, criticizing its anti-Zionism. And their slogan was, "Every Jew at 22." That they would militantly defend Jewish bodies from black crime, black criminality, and anti-Zionism. Kahane moves to Israel, starts the Koch Party, which is actually outlawed by the State of Israel as a racist party. And if you read Never Again or other of Kahane's writings, you see echoes and family resemblances to the works of Fackenheim, to the works of Vissergrad, that talks about the Jewish body as a holy site meant to be defended at all costs, that blacks had to be subordinate and chastened in light of the need for Jewish survival, that the world itself had to be brought into line with a sort of irredentist Zionist agenda. These philosophical debates are still with us. They emerge in issues of gatekeeping, who can speak in the Hillel, who cannot, what a proper Jewish attitude is to the state of Israel, the reaction to the Black Power movement, to radical movements in Latin America. These concerns, though philosophical and in the realm of elite discourse, trickle down today. How many sermons have used the words of Fackenheim versus those of Schwarzschild? How much of the Jewish establishment has used Heschel, defanged Heschel, made him saintly, made him non-radical in order to cover up problems within the Jewish community and blind spots within the Jewish community's political agenda? I'll end there. Thank you.